What's up, guys? Ian here, coach of your Ladner Lanturn, bringing you guys our Week 4 team builder for Dunsparces and Dragonites. This week we are taking on my good buddy Jed, coach of the Adelaide Redraks, so this is going to be a really fun match. I always love it when I get to play him. I think this is only the second time that we've played each other. I think we're in 4 leagues together, and this is the second time we've played each other. Technically, we didn't face each other in the CCBL or the Crimson City Battle League because I took over halfway through that season, or more than halfway through, like 3/4 through that season. However, I have a surprise in regards to that coming up a little bit later the day that this is going up. So, yeah, so let's run through Jed's team real quick here. He has Hydreigon, Mamoswine, Araquanid, Hitmonlee, Electrode, Celesteela, Whimsicott, Alolan Marowak, Espeon, Dodrio, and Golbat. He has 4 things that are above the ground. That's something to keep in mind. I was initially going to run Spikes, and I decided against it because he has so many things that just dodge the Spikes. Even though Spikes are more beneficial against his team than Stealth Rocks. No, they aren't. Araquanid's weak, Marowak's weak, Dodrio's weak, Golbat's weak. No, it's about the same. Besides the fact that Espeon can just bounce it back, so you know that's kind of been his plan for most of the season so far, is to sort of like bounce back hazards and use Espeon as a lead. Anyways, yeah, we're allowed to use any Z moves in this league. I'm not expecting Electrode for some reason. Maybe because I have Steelix and Zygarde, and Electrode can't knock them out with HP Ice. It might be able to knock out Zygarde with an HP Ice actually, but I think Steelix scares Electrode enough that he wouldn't bring it. Whimsicott, maybe comes. I'm sort of torn on Whimsicott. He hasn't used it besides Mementoing, I think, the entire season, like 3 times maybe. Whimsicott gives him a little bit of priority that I'll talk about in a second when I go through his priority, but besides that, I don't think Whimsicott has a really good matchup against my team. I think Chandelure bodies it, Scolipede bodies it, Mega Medicham bodies it, Togekiss bodies it, what else bodies it? Ferrothorn bodies it, so yeah. Alolan Marowak, again, maybe comes. Maybe, and if it does come, I think it would be Lightning Rod, and it's maybe his switch into Zapdos? Question mark? Because besides that, his only switch into Zapdos is Mamoswine. So, I'm not entirely sure. Marowak could be okay for him as like a Stealth Rock setting. Bulky Marowak, maybe? I know he brought Ghost EMZ last week. It was neat, to be honest. It was a really neat set. I don't know if it was as powerful as like a Thick Club maybe, but in prep maybe you're looking at that and you see, wow, I can have this one nuke and it's more worthwhile to me than more, because especially with Alolan Marowak, like I get it, right? Because with Alolan Marowak he doesn't, it's so slow that you're not really going to live 2 hits, so you want to just get 1 nuke off, so I get it. Now that I'm talking about it, I get it. Golbat I think has a fairly awful matchup against me. The fact that Zygarde can knock it down with 1,000 arrows and then do super effective damage to it kind of dissuades it in my mind. Zapdos, Mega Medicham kind of wrecks it, even Cryogonal wrecks it. So I'm not sure if he would bring Golbat. Like all 4 of those I'm sort of like iffy on, but at the same time I'm like he's probably not going to bring them. On the other hand, I think Dodrio has a decent matchup against me. If he can get a Sword Dance up with Dodrio, I'm maybe not in the best position. Same with Celesteela. If you can set up with Celesteela, that'd be probably pretty bad. God, sorry, excuse me. Araquanid, if he can get up webs, that's really bad for my team. Although I am bringing options against that, and you'll see I've got a plan for that as well. Mamoswine has a really good matchup against me. Hydreigon is an okay matchup against me. I think he would bring it just for the raw power, potentially. And I think Hitmonlee has a decent matchup against me. Neither of us have terrain to abuse. Sorry, neither of us have auto terrain. Excuse me. For Hitmonlee to abuse Unburden right away. So he would have to be like normal gem or citrus berry or something like that, or he could just run reckless high jump kick because that thing hits like a truck, and I'm not bringing the best switch-ins to it. So let's go over some of the less obvious things. He has priority in Mammoth with Ice Shard, Hitmonlee with Mach Punch, and Whimsicott with the Prankster ability. He has Hazard Setting in Mammoth with Stealth Rocks, Arachnid with Webs, and Alolan with Stealth Rocks. He has Removal in Hydreigon with Defog, Hitmonlee with Rapid Spin, and Golbat with Defog. And he has 2 4x weaknesses, Hydreigon to Fairy, and Whimsicott to Poison. Alright, so let's start with the basics here. Like I like to do in these team builders, specifically for Duns vs Dragonites, let's get the walls out of the way quickly. Bringing Steve, Ferrothorn, very reliable mon for me this season. Amazed that I managed to get this in round 11, but you know what? Great mon. Gyro Ball, Stealth Rock, Thunderwave, knockoff! Excuse me. I do love my Thunderwave. Kind of my goal is to hacks everybody to death in this league. That's a joke. I'm not actually trying to do that, but I kind of am. Week 2 was the show off of that. He's got a few really fast mons that Gyro Ball can deal with really well. Electrode pretty much gets destroyed. It's also very frail, so it gets wrecked. Hitmonlee, if he is in his unburdened state, I believe Gyro Ball does extra damage. Whimsicott, Gyro Ball completely wrecks. And Espeon, Gyro Ball does number 2. Stealth Rocks are on there because he's got a really Stealth Rocks weak team. If I can get them up, I can get them up. If I can't, it's not the end of the world, although it's some nice chip, especially on things like Arachnid that need a little bit of chip. Knockoff is there because I'm assuming Celesteela is a switch into this thing, because I can't really touch Celesteela, and I'd love to get the item knocked off of that or find out if it is Z. Max HP, max defense. This is our defensive wall, so this is a reasonable check to Mamoswine, although we take the hits neutrally. It's a really good check to Arachnid, actually. It's a really good liquidation switch in for me, and a leech life switch in for me. It's a really good check for Dodrio, unless he's running jump kick. It's not a good check to Hitmonlee for the most part. It's not a good check to Alolan for the most part. But that's sort of the role that Ferrothorn is going to play. Next up is our special wall in Zapdos, bringing Hawkeye again this week. Leftovers with the static ability, Defog, Discharge, Roost, and U-Turn. I'm just running mono, well, kind of mono, because we have U-Turn as well, but Discharge just to spread more paralysis around. I'd love to slow his team down a little bit, especially if he's bringing webs against me. If I can slow his team down with paralysis, then after webs, I should still outspeed his team quite a bit. Defog is there to get rid of the webs if I need to. Roost is there for good recovery, and U-Turn because he's got Mamoswine, and I think Mamoswine is likely his switch in once he sees Discharge. Or Alolan Marowak, and either of those I can't Volt Switch on, so I'd rather just U-Turn. U-Turn is going to do more damage if Hydreigon's his switch in as well. Same with Whimsicott, so that's kind of why we're bringing U-Turn. Max HP, max special defense. Calm natured, that's, yeah, again, special wall, that's Zapdos' role. Next up, we have one of our breakers this week, Aura Cleaner, which is Joe Lewis, our Choice Scarfed Primeape with Defiant. I realized that if he gets up webs against me, I'm a +2 attack, and I'll still outspeed his Arachnid and his slower things because I'm Scarfed. So pick a switch in, realistically, to a +2 Primeape. I don't see one on his entire team. I don't have the coverage to kill everything, but I do have good coverage for a lot of things. I'm going to switch this to Earthquake, actually. I think that's a little bit better. Just looking through his team, I think Earthquake fits it better than Stone Edge does. Stone Edge hits the Golbat was kind of the idea, and the Dodrio, but at the same time I realize I have Thunder Punch on here now, which is maybe not the best. Maybe I should be running Ice Punch Stone Edge instead, actually. Does this get Ice Punch? Yep, it does. So, yeah, that's... don't mind me. Yeah, Close Combat, U-Turn, Stone Edge, and Ice Punch. Now I can hit most of his team super effectively. Yeah, and I like the idea that we can be at neutral speed at the very least, while +2 attack because of Defiant. So I like that a lot, actually. This is maybe one of the... not a lot of people drafted Intimidate mons in this league, actually, so I was like, well, am I really going to get the best use out of Primeape? And I think that Webs in particular gives Primeape a really good solid use. We're running enough speed to outspeed Golbat. That's the idea with this. I don't think he would bring max speed Golbat, but if he happened to, I just realized I have something wrong in here. I hope the screenshot doesn't say this, but it might. It should say 279 to 306, not 379 to 306. That would be impossible for the Golbat speed. I bet you it does. Anyways, yeah, that's all max attack and the rest into HP, which is not the best HP stat, but the fact that we can get a little bit of bulk on there is always good, especially with all of his flying stab. Next up is our other Scarfer. I'm bringing 2 Scarfers this week because Togekiss flies above the webs, and so it's not affected. And also, I love flinching things, so yeah, we're bringing Flinch Hacks again. I might change up Thunder Wave there for Defog. I kind of have Thunder Wave on there for the memes. Dazzling Gleam is there pretty much for the Hydreigon. I don't necessarily think I'm going to have to ever click Dazzling Gleam, but if I try and... I don't know. I'm probably never going to click Dazzling Gleam, to be honest. I might even change that one out for Defog. It depends how well a Hydreigon takes an Air Slash. Probably AV Hydreigon takes an Air Slash, to be honest, because I think AV Hydreigon is like actually decent against my team. It tanks Chandeler's hits for days, it tanks Togekiss for days, it tanks Zapdos for days. Flamethrower is there for the Celesteela. Ooh. Excuse me. And for the Whimsicott and the Mamoswine if he's not bringing Thick Bat. Flamethrower is kind of a good last move there. And I don't want to miss. I hate missing, so I'm not going to run Fire Blast. We're running enough speed to speed tie with Mamoswine if it's Scarfed. Otherwise, we had speed, I believe, his entire team, including Electrode. Let me just do some quick math to figure that out, actually. Quick math, obviously. Nope, we do not outspeed Electrode. That's hilarious. So he could EV Electrode to outspeed us, which would be really bad, because then we'd probably die. Yeah, max special attack and 4 in defense because I need to take defensive hits a little bit better. Things like Heavy Slime from Celesteela are going to do quite a bit of damage. I'm actually going to change this out. Or Defog, because I'd love to have another option to get rid of webs. Cool. Next up is hopefully a late game cleaner for us if these Scarfers can break down walls, or maybe this is the wall breaker and then the Scarfers will clean up late game. Really depends on how the game goes. Mega Medicham, Aladdin, Zen Headbutt, Drain Punch, Ice Punch, and Fake Out. Fake Out is there because this is my plan. I'm going to lead with Mega... If I see Araquanid, I'm leading with Mega Medicham. I'm going to fake that thing out, and then I'm going to kill it with a Zen Headbutt. That's the plan, and then Webs won't be up on my side of the field. And then hopefully I can outspeed a lot of the things on his team. Webs are really scary, Araquanid's really scary, he's got a very scary team, Mamoswine's really scary, Hydreigon's really scary. A lot of those things kind of just like take a kill as soon as they come. Unfortunately, I don't have the ability to run coverage to hit the Celesteela with this. Yeah, I do. Fuck it. Thunder Punch. Thunder Punch over Ice Punch. I had Ice Punch on there for the Whimsicott, but Thunder Punch is... It lets me hit the Celesteela. It's just a better option. Drain Punch is really good recovery. Hits things like the Hydreigon. Hits things like the Mamoswine. I can Drain Punch... Well, I can Drain Punch everything except the Alola Whack, but it's not going to do much to things like Espeon or Golbat. Zen Headbutt hits Golbat super effectively, and that's pretty much it. It's going to hit the Whimsicott best now as well, now that I changed out Ice Punch for Thunder Punch. It's also going to destroy the Hitmonlee. He actually doesn't have a very good switch in to Mega Medicham because I have enough coverage to deal with his entire team, and unless he's running like a Rocky Helmet set on something, I have no reason to not just click Fake Out every single time this thing switches in. And it's a little bit ridiculous how much damage Mega Medicham does. I'm actually really happy that I managed to snag Mega Medicham in this draft. We're not bringing Speed Pass this week though because of webs. I think it's too risky for me to try and Speed Pass through the webs because I'd need to sit there for 2 turns to get enough speed to Speed Pass. So yeah, that's Mega Medicham. And last but not least is Morgan making its debut. I'm sorry, Morgan. Cardinal is genderless, unfortunately. I tried making this female for you, but I can't. Morgan's making his debut. We're working choice specs, Freeze Dry, Ice Beam, Haze, and Rapid Spin. The last two moves literally mean nothing. He does not have a very good switch in to ice type attacks outside of Alolan Marowak. And a Freeze Dry and Araquanid, sorry, as well, but a Freeze Dry absolutely bops that thing. So yeah, that's kind of the idea, is that this thing clicks Freeze Dry and something dies as well. It plows through his team. It absolutely plows through his team. I have Haze on there in case I'm faster than something that wants to set up. Like, I don't know. I don't know. Dodrio, maybe? No, you know what? I'm not faster than anything that wants to set up on me. I might change that out later, but I really didn't have a better move to put there. And Rapid Spin is there in case, just in case, I need to spin away the webs. And obviously we're not going to get affected by the webs because of Levitate, so I don't have to worry about that. Oh, I totally forgot to talk about this. We are running enough speed on Mega Man Champ to outspeed Hydreigon. Cryogonal's running enough speed to outspeed Hydreigon as well. Both of those are speed creeping Hydreigon, although Scarf Hydreigon is always a good possibility. So, that is the team. Yeah, that's the team. We've got a little bit of bulk on the Cryogonal here. Hoping my plan works out and we can pick up a W because this league is really competitive and I'd like to win my division at least, which I think is a guaranteed spot in playoffs by winning the division. At this moment, I think we haven't played our week 3 match yet, but as of week 2, we were in 2nd in the division, I think. And now, if we win in week 3, we could be in 1st in the division. So, that'd be fun. I'd love to see that. And yeah, so yeah, sorry I'm taking so long with this, but I will see you guys for the match.